Hello friends, this is Enzo of Enzo's Seasnings, and today I'm going to do a simple dish, Enzo's Scramble, or we might just add a little something to it and make it a French style omelet. But either way, it doesn't make any difference, it's all prepared the same. And you got to think about it. Breakfast is kind of an interesting period of time. It might be a nice time to invite your friends over. It's inexpensive. It gets everybody together around the table, and it's an enjoyable way to share a meal. And we used to out on the ranch. We used to have what we call Bloody Mary Sunday, and one Sunday out of every month, we invited all our friends out to the ranch, and we had breakfast. Sometimes we had 30 people. Sometimes we had over 100 people. We had over 100 people, and we had one day we did it on Father's Day. So it's a great way to bring people together, and it's an inexpensive way to do it. And so our scrambled egg dish this morning is going to feature spinach, and it's going to feature our all things Mediterranean. So with that, let's get started. Now this morning I'm doing just a dish for myself. So when you do it for more people, all you got to do is just scale this up a bit. I'm starting out with a handful of spinach. I'll chop it fine. If I don't lose a finger. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of Enzo's All Things Mediterranean. It's going to give it that punch. And you have to be careful with any seasoning that you use it in moderation, so you don't over season the meal. You don't want to ruin it before you start it. You can always add, but you can't subtract. I'm going to add a shot of milk. If you've got cream or half and half in the refrigerator, use that. It richens it up. And if I have it in the refrigerator, I always will use it. Now you want to mix this at this time before you add the eggs. If you add the eggs, it's going to clump up the flour, and it's going to ruin the dish. Let's add a couple of eggs, and we'll add some salt and pepper to taste, and we'll get started. And you want to use a non-stick pan when we do this. Makes life a whole lot easier. And a lot of butter. Always use a lot of butter. Pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper, and always to your taste. And you want to make sure you mix it thoroughly. You don't want any whites in your eggs. So you want this thing to turn out to be almost like custard when you're doing this meal. And we get it all incorporated. Well, let's get started now. Now you want to start with a nice dollop of butter, and you're going to use a low flame. You don't want it high. You don't want to destroy your eggs. There's one thing that when you go into a diner or so, scrambled egg seems to be done just on a flat plate, and they take and break the eggs and mix them all up with a fork, and it's just not a very pleasant meal. So let's get started with this, and you're going to enjoy as what goes together. Now we've got our pan warm. Swirl the butter around a little bit so it doesn't stick to the sides. My nonstick pan is kind of wearing out, so it's about time for a new one. But let's just get started with this. You want to gently cook the eggs, and we're going to roll them easy. We're not going to beat them up. We're going to have a nice fluffy egg combination when we're finished, and you'll see as we'll wrap this up kind of into a French omelet style to finish up. But that's it's up to you how you want to serve this. Now you don't want to overcook the eggs. I live by the rule that that the eggs should be soft and moist, and the Europeans or the French they like their eggs not runny, but cooked. But they want their eggs to be soft and fluffy. So you see as it goes together, we're starting to see a nice texture coming about. This is going to be fun. It's a simple meal, and if you do this with a large group of people, you can break a dozen eggs or whatever, and figure out your proportions, and cook it in a large pan, and it goes together very easy. And it's a real nice dish to present to your guests or your family. Look how this comes together. And here's how the French do an omelet. How about this? With a couple pieces of bacon on that, perfect breakfast. Thank you for watching this simple preparation of a breakfast meal. Thank you again, and look us up online, Enzo Seasnings.com, and look forward to seeing you again. And today we don't have a glass of wine, I'm sorry, but we'll have a glass of wine the next time we get together. Thank you for viewing us.